right, I am so excited for this video here, my third video in this series, and here I'll actually be getting into the good stuff here, how you actually can go about making money from your online business. So, like I've kind of talked about before, everyone, all these people out there that are having success online, they're all kind of doing the same thing. And so I call this the blueprint for building an online business, and I'll be kind of showing you what this blueprint looks like. And everyone does things a little bit differently, but in general, there's like one main blueprint that people follow, and people, there's just little variations on it. So without further ado, I'll get into that and kind of hopefully give you a better picture of how this actually works, how you actually make an online business, and kind of push back the shroud and the mystery, and maybe make it a little less daunting once you see that it's really pretty simple. So there's really three elements of a successful online business. The first one is branding. The second one is blogging. And the third one is marketing. That's all there really is to it: branding, blogging, and marketing. So branding, what is a brand? So you probably, when we think of brands, you might think of Nike or McDonald's or something. They've got their little jingles. I guess Nike doesn't have a jingle. McDonald's has that jingle. Nike, they have slogans. And those are parts of brands. But really, my definition of a brand is really that a brand is really just a collection of the thoughts and emotions that someone has towards something or someone. So it's kind of like their basic feeling. So towards a person or a business. So really everyone has a brand. You have a brand whether you realize it or not. It's kind of how people perceive you, how you present yourself to the world. So when you think, when people think of McDonald's, they get certain ideas. When you think of Nike, you get certain ideas. And that is a brand. And you want to, if you're a company, if you're a business, you want to shape your brand. You want to build your brand. You want to determine what other people think and feel about your business versus just kind of letting it happen on its own. You want to be intentional with building your brand and creating, positive emotions, good thoughts, good feelings, good interactions. So here are some ways that you build your brand. You build your brand with your color scheme and your logo, with your fonts and images that you use on your products or on your website, a slogan, and again, every interaction you have with someone is building your brand. Your customer service, replying to comments on your blog, advertisements, blog posts, anything. That's all building your brand. All right. So then the next part is your blog, which you can kind of think of as your home base. So if you're building an online business, you want to have a blog, and because that's kind of where you'll direct everything back to, like a home base. So blogging, your blog builds several things for your business. It builds trust. With a blog, that's when people can kind of get to know you. If you're posting, regular content that's helping your audience, helping them solve their problems, helping them move towards their desires, that creates trust, and they come to see you as an authority. And when you're seen as an authority, that kind of gives you a lot more influence, and is going to make people want to buy your products because they trust you and trust that you can get them the results that they want to receive. And a blog also allows you to build an email list. And if you don't know what an email list is, it's what it sounds like. It's just a list of emails. And this is kind of the foundation of any business. You don't really, you want to build, you want to have a big social media following. You want to have people like you on Facebook and Pinterest or whatever. But you really want to have an email list, because those you will always have, versus having followers on a third-party platform like social media, you don't really control those people. You don't really have access to them at all times, especially if they change, because social media is always changing. Facebook's always changing. It used to be when you posted on your business Facebook page, everyone who liked your page would see what you posted. Then Facebook changed that, and that really was very devastating to a lot of small businesses, because they basically lost their audience overnight, and they couldn't reach all those people anymore. You might have 10,000 people like your page, but post something and only maybe 100 or so will actually see it. Facebook won't even show it to everybody. It won't show up in their news feed. So you can, but now you have to pay in order for Facebook to show it to everyone. So that's really devastating. But if you have their emails, then if you have an email list, then you can always contact your audience. You always have them. You won't lose those. And then you can market to your email list. You can send them emails that, again, builds more trust. It can send people to your blog. You can promote your products. And this is just very, very powerful. And a lot of people that have online businesses, well, first of all, they all have email lists. That's all what they're trying to build. But they'll get the majority of their sales from their email list. That's where most of their sales are going to be, because it's building a warm market. It's or even a hot market of people that have already said that they're interested in what you're having to sell. So it makes marketing to them a lot easier. And then a blog also allows you to create sales funnels, and I'll talk more about those later. But those are also very important. And now the third element of an online business is marketing, which is, just a fancy term for building a following. And mostly this involves, if you're online, this is going to involve social media, promoting your business on social media. It's going to involve those emails, like I talked about, the email marketing. And right now, today, what's working best as far as advertisements is Facebook ads. And these are incredibly powerful. And I'll be going into creating Facebook ads for my business and showing you that later on in this series. But these are really the main ways that you're going to market, and it will, allow you to really build your following and build your customers and sell your products. But can this, really all work? This is all kind of big picture, but let's go in and let me show you a couple examples. So first is Graham Cochran, and he's the founder of the Recording Revolution. And he's kind of doing what I'm doing, and he teaches audio engineering and music production. So you might want to find whatever business you're interested in starting. You might want to find another example that's similar to you to kind of use as a case study, see how successful they are, and kind of get an idea of how successful you could possibly be. So Graham's story, he earned almost nothing in the first 2 years when he started his blog. But he also, that was back in like 2009 or something like that, back when there wasn't really a lot of training out there. People were kind of pioneers in this and kind of, first learning how to build their online business. So he didn't really know what he was doing at first. But according to a Business Insider article, he's now making $35,000 to $75,000 a month. So you do the math. That's pretty nice. If I could, get to, a fraction of that, I'd be happy. He's also a Christian rock music artist himself. So he's not just a producer, but he also writes his own music and releases that. And he also lives in Florida like I do, which is another similarity that's probably not really relevant, but just thought I'd throw that in there. Another example is Leah McHenry, and she's the founder of Savvy Musician Academy. And let me go back. So Leah is a stay-at-home mom of 5, and she does everything online. She doesn't tour. She's a music artist. She doesn't she's not really involved in the production end like Graham is. She's just an artist. She goes to other studios and has them record and produce her music. But then she's kind of, all about the artist side of it, writing music, marketing it online versus, touring or going to shows. She does everything online, and now she has a business teaching other artists how to make money online. And actually, let me go back. I meant to click on this link here for the recordingrevolution.com. So this is Graham's website here. You can kind of get a look at it. And so he's got an about section. He's kind of got right here. This is an opt-in right here to add your email right here. This is that email address I was talking about. So you enter your email address, you get something free in exchange. So that's, incentivizes people to put in their email address. In this case, looks like it's a free video. So some people will give away ebooks, audio recordings. Here he's giving away a free video. He's got a blog, which is very important for building that trust like I talked about. Then he's also got products. So let me just look at the blog here. So as you can see, he's got articles here. And in his articles, he can use those to then promote his products. So let's check out his products here. So here's all his products. He's got a bunch of products here. And so here's like all of them together. If someone kind of wanted to buy his like main flagship product, he's got, a little sales page here. Instant access. So here you can see you've got the master bundle, which he's selling for $300. And you can get if you can't afford that $300 product, you can kind of drop down to the $197, $200 product. So he's kind of got two options here for the people, that can't maybe afford the highest level. They can, drop down, and you can still get those leads as well. And then he's got, smaller products here. So maybe people that aren't willing to make a huge investment, they're willing to, invest $50 just to learn how to do vocals better, recording vocals, mixing vocals. And he also has this audio income project. So he's also helping a little bit on making audio, turning, audio work into income. So this would probably be, recording artists, getting mixing jobs, things like that. And what he's offering or what he's promising is that you could earn an extra $500 to $1,000 a month on the side in your home studio. And he's selling this course for $1,000. So that's a pretty big course right there. And you can kind of see now how, it all kind of adds up. He also has a membership site here. This is $27 a month. So again, just, add it up, do the math, how many people, just think how many people he might have in that membership site. Here he is on Facebook. So you can see he's got over 100,000 people, that like and follow him. I don't know how many people he has on his email list, but he's got a lot of people and he's got a lot of products. And as you can see, you can see how it can work and how he's able to make that much money per month. And then back to the PowerPoint. Actually, it's Keynote. Yeah, so then here's Leah McHenry. Let me show you the Savvy Musician Academy that she has. So as you can see, she has a blog here. So again, building that trust, providing free value. She provides the free value, and then she has her products. So she's got Facebook for musicians. So this is $100 right here. So this is all about how musicians can use Facebook to help them and help them, sell their music and whatnot, build their followings. And then she has the online musician course, which is again $1,000 product. So as you're probably noticing, they all end in 7. Graham's and Leah's. That's just smart marketing. They know what they're doing because things just tend to sell better that end in 7s for some reason. That's just what the studies have shown. So again, think how many people, if she only had 4 new people a month buy this course, then she's already basically at the 50,000 goal that I had set for a year. So, only 4 customers a month, you can make a living with that, just with this one course. That's not bad. And again, oh wait, this is actually her music art. So here's her, this is her as an artist. So she's more of on the artist side. So Graham's on the production side, Leah's on the artist side. So this is her music here. And she's been able to, she has over 100,000 likes. So what she's doing is working. And actually one of my own Facebook friends likes her, which is interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, and then so she is, let me see how many she has on Facebook. Savvy Musician Academy. So then, so this is a different audience she has here. These are people that are other artists looking to do what she's doing to have success themselves. And she's got, 43, almost 44,000 likes. So that just gives you an idea. So these are 2 people that I'm kind of, using as kind of guides, models, just for myself. So, but where exactly do I fit in? So you got Graham doing all this great stuff in production. You got Leah doing all this great stuff for artists. What can I add? What can I do that they're not already doing? What can I provide? Right? So yeah, Graham's doing the audio production. Leah's, making the living as an artist. And here's me in the middle here. What can I do? Well, I think you have to think about this too for your business. When you look at the other people that are out there, what can you provide? What niche can you fill in the market? What are your strengths? Think about what your strengths are and work on focusing on that. So what are my strengths? So, right now I've made a lot more strides in the audio production side of music. I've also been writing a lot of music. I'm definitely a music artist too. I've been writing music for 5 years. That's how I got started. But I've kind of had a lot more experience just working on creating music versus actually making a living as an artist or being an artist. I haven't done any live performances. I currently go to school for audio production. So I'm kind of in the middle here between these 2. But I also have a lot of experience in online business and online marketing in general as far as business goes, like with Coastal Conservatory. So I think that's somewhere where I can kind of, stand out and be a little different. I have that production experience, but I also have a lot of business experience, which I'd like to try and apply to music artists. So instead of selling, products on how to build your business, on how to get more leads in your network marketing business, the product music artists are trying to sell is their music, is their merchandise themselves. So I think I could maybe be like a bridge between these 2 with my business. I think that's what I'm going to be trying to do. So I don't have this system that Leah has created to make a living as a music artist. But that said, I have kind of been following her and what she's teaching. And what she's teaching is really what I'm teaching with this video series. So she must have learned it from one of these other online people that I've been following. Because she's just following the same exact model that I'm doing, the same model that Graham follows. And she's just teaching it to music artists, teaching music artists who know nothing about business, nothing about marketing. She's translating it all down into a format that music artists can understand. And I think I can, probably do the same thing and probably, provide my own, my own insights and own experiences. I just have to make it work first with my own music before I can really start doing that. So I think that would be a big part of my online business going forward. And then, of course, also teaching the production end of it, how to actually make your music sound good yourself, which Leah doesn't touch at all. So yeah, I think I can be, there's a little there's a little space between these two. I think that's not really being filled. I think I can fill. So that's where I'll try to fit in. So, but let's narrow this down even more. Let's get even more specific, more practical here. How does this all work? So it really all comes down to every business needs to sell something. It needs something to sell. And so like I follow, there's these, a lot of people out there trying to make a living with blogging, and they'll write all these blog posts and try to build email lists and whatnot, but they don't have any products, and they're wondering why they're not making any money. Well, you don't have anything to sell, so you have to have something that people are going to sell if you're going to make money. So there's so many different things you could sell. These are just some examples: ebooks, courses, services. These are what I'm probably going to be selling with my business. I'm not sure so much about services, maybe like a membership site, but yeah, I'll definitely be doing the ebooks and the courses. And then you got to create a system to sell these, a automated system to sell these products. And these systems are what are called sales funnels. So what is a sales funnel? This is kind of, what a sales funnel will look like. As you can, imagine this is like a funnel, it's large on top and then it narrows down to the bottom. So you want to get people into your sales funnel is what, marketers talk about. And so you have your top, your funnel. You want them to know about you and to get them to follow you. And you will do this with social media through like SEO, which is search engine optimization. So that your blog posts show up on Google, they start following your blog. They hear about your blog through word of mouth. So they're reading your blog posts. They like the content you're providing. Maybe they're following you on social media. So this is kind of the very top end of the funnel, finding the people that are interested in what your blog is providing. So this is all free. So you want to provide a lot of free stuff to get people into your funnel. So blog posts are free content. Social media stuff that is helping people. You really, like I said earlier, social media, reading your blog, that's not good enough. You want to capture those people. You want to hang on to them so you can contact them anytime you wish. And that's by getting them onto your email list. And there's ways to do that. One main way is with what is called a lead magnet. So that's like what Graham, you saw on Graham's website. He was giving away a free video in exchange for an email address. So you might give away an ebook or a video or something. People opt in to get that video, and they give you an email address, which adds them to your email list. So once they're in your email list, then you can start promoting your different products to them. And maybe they start out small and they buy your $1 to maybe $47 product. And then you make sure that this product is, amazing, really great. But you also show how there's so much more you could help them with, or you could go more in depth. You kind of give maybe like an overview in this smaller product. But then you talk about how you can provide more coaching, more in-depth training, maybe more tutorials, basically more like hand-holding. And if your customers want that, so like for me, if it's, audio related, if they want, more help in learning how to make more professional sounding mixes, or if they want more help in learning how to sell their music as a music artist, then I could say, hey, I've got this course. And the course itself could be broken up into different levels. So you could have like a basic level of the course, which you sell for $97. And so they buy into that. But they find out, they're going through this course and they really like it. They really enjoy it. It's so amazing. They can't believe how much value they've gotten out of it. It's worth way more than the price to them. They would have, as they go through it, realize that they would pay even more money for this value. So then while they're going through this course, though, they realize, hey, that, you have other levels in this course too that provide even more valuable information to help them achieve what they're trying to achieve. And then they'll upgrade to that, maybe that mid-level or that highest level, which, there's courses out there which sell for, $2,000 or more. It depends really on the market you're in, but you can sell some really expensive stuff. Leah and Graham kind of maxed out at about $1,000. So I don't know if that's kind of what that market, the top price range is there or what. So maybe in my case, I wouldn't go to 2,000. Maybe I would have $1,000 level be my max too. But you can kind of see, hopefully that makes some sense for how your sales funnel works. This is again a very basic overview, but this is, again, just like the blueprint of how it works. So let's kind of break it down. So let's say you had an email list of 5,000 people and you are selling an ebook, and let's say you got about 5% of your email list to buy the book, which is about the low end of a good average. That's kind of a low average, I would say, actually. So that would be 250 buyers. You charge $10. That's about $2,500. And let's say this is, over the course of a year. So that's $2,500 right there. And then that same email list, you also offer a basic level course, and conversion rate for most courses is about 2%. So 2% of your email list is going to opt in for that. So that's going to be 100 buyers. And let's say that basic level, again, we'll say we're doing that $97 level dollar price. That's $9,700 right there. So you're getting close to 10,000 right there. Combine that with your ebook, you're up there to about, closing in on $1,300 right there, or $13,000. So then you have your advanced level and your premium level. And as you can see, again, it's just, running the numbers there, maybe only 1% buy your advanced course, maybe only 0.5% buy your premium. But then this is not even considering the people that are already bought your basic and might upgrade. So all this together, adds up to a little over $34,000. So again, this is what your course might look like. If you're offering your course, you might have your basic offer here, and you write, feature 1, option number 2, blah blah blah. You kind of say what it provides, and then you kind of you have your middle level course, and this is what most people try to push because it's what people are most likely to buy. Just what studies have shown, people don't really want to consider themselves basic, but they, may also not want to go all the way to the premium level. So most people are going to find themselves in the middle. So that's why you kind of want to have this 3-level breakdown, because if they only have 2 options or 1 option, that decreases their chances of buying. So you have this, this is one course, just one course, and you just break it up into, 3 levels really. So it's not any more work. You just kind of just chop it up. And so the advanced would get everything the basic has plus some more things, and then the premium would get everything the advanced has plus a few extra bonuses. And so this might be what looks like for me, what I might offer. I might have a basic level that's $100 basically, $97. The advanced, which is $197, and then maybe I would have a premium of $497. And I might change this a little bit. Maybe the advanced would be $297 instead of $197. I don't know. This is just a example, really. And then there's always, more things you can sell. Like you can see, Graham had that whole list of things that he was selling. And he's been doing it longer than Leah, I believe. So that's why she has fewer products. But, you could sell a second ebook for maybe less and you get more buyers for that. And then maybe you have a membership site where you're charging $20 a month. And you get, 75 people topped into that membership site. And then you're getting $240 a year from each of those 75 people, which is another $18,000 a year right there. So that's, those two, that ebook and that membership site, that's another almost $20,000 right there. You add that in with the other stuff, and there we are at over $50,000 a year. And that's just with 2 ebooks, a course, and a membership site. And so hopefully this kind of gives you a little better picture of how it really can add up. And you can start having success if you are building that trust with your blog. If you are building your authority, you're providing a lot of great value, you're building your brand, people see you, trust your brand, and see you as someone that can really help them, then people are going to be dying to buy your products. So, how to sell your products? Because it's one thing to talk all about, selling this much, but how do you actually go about selling them? I'll just go, kind of just talk about this a little bit more. But you have your blog, which builds that trust, which allows you to build your email list. Again, you'll use those lead magnets to build your email list. And then when you have that great relationship with your email list, you can promote your products to them. And then also through Facebook ads, which you can use to find new people on Facebook that are really targeted. By targeted, I just mean that they're people that have said they're basically interested in the same things that you're talking about. So I'd be finding people that are interested in music production, and Facebook, knows everything about people. So it's really easy to find the people that are most likely to buy. So again, it all starts with a powerful brand that you seem professional. You provide helpful content to people, and you just are seen. This really, basically, a powerful brand is really just about building trust and seeming trustworthy, and like you know what you're talking about, and you can help people. And then you further your brand by providing value, and this could be through blog posts. This could be through YouTube videos. This could be through a podcast. There's really a lot of different ways you can do it. But you provide value, which is, free value. You give a lot. You're giving a lot away for free through the blog posts, the videos, the podcasts, and the value. What's valuable to people is dependent on who your audience is, which is what I'll be talking about next week. Next week. But anyway, who your audience is. So what is it your audience wants? What is it they desire? What are their struggles? What are their problems? And the value provide is meant to help solve those things and provide the answers to those problems. So then after you provide value, people are going to want to sign up for your email list so they can get even more value. They can make sure to get all of your latest content. They might not want to always be checking back to your blog, but you can provide, make sure that you email out each new maybe blog post or video as it comes out. You might promote other things in your email marketing. Again, this is a really huge area that I'll be going into more in later videos. But then also your products too. You can promote your products with your email list. And you want to make sure that you have great products that more than justify the price. So if you're uncomfortable selling a product for $1,000, then just make sure that you create a product that's worth $1,000 or more. That's really the way you create wow, the way you really impress people, the way you build raving fans is just by surpassing expectations, giving them more than they're expecting. And converse of that is if the way to quickly build a big group of people that hate you, a big group of haters, is to provide less than people are expecting. So you always want to provide more than what people are expecting, and that's what gives you great products. And then you just tie this all together with sales funnels and make sure that you're trying to move people. You have automated systems in place to move people from the free level to the low end, to the medium range, and then ultimately to your high end products. And of course, you're going to have drop off. You're not going to have the same number of people buy your high end products as your low end. But you want to, have this optimized system in place to move the most people, the highest number of people possible from your low end products to your high end products. And this isn't just because you want to make more money, but because you care about your audience and you believe in your products, and you have created products that will provide an incredible amount of help to your audience. That that your products are going to change their lives for the better. And so you want these people to move through your funnels and buy your higher level products because it provides more help to your audience. And so that's kind of what you want to keep in mind. And it might not be for everyone, but for a lot of your audience, if you're creating great products, then you're going to want to move them to those higher products because it's going to provide even more help than your lower ones. So that's really the blueprint right there. Again, you have those three main elements: your blog, your brand, your blog, and your marketing. And then I just kind of, broke those down, what goes into all those things. And this is really what everyone out there is doing to build their online businesses. This is what Leah's doing. This is what Graham's doing. This is what anyone you can think of online who has an online business, they're doing, and they're successful. They're doing what I showed you to some extent. It's the blueprint for a successful online business, and I'll be implementing this as I go about building my business too. And so hopefully that made sense. And if you have any questions about that, just let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. That would really help me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. So again, thanks for watching, and tune in later this week where I'll be releasing my next video talking about setting goals and really getting specific so that we really have a target and we know where we're going. And then after that, then I can actually start, pursuing those goals and really going into showing you actually building my online business. So that means I'm not going to say, probably won't be no more keynotes. I might still have some keynote presentations, but going forward, it's going to be a lot of just, screen capture, actually showing me, building my blog, finding my audience, creating products, social media accounts, and all that stuff. So definitely stick around. It's going to be awesome. And I hope you found this helpful, and I'll talk to you later.